interesting. Okay. Are you
Well,
sure? Do you
that's
want
one
to
of
change the
the
time?
no problem. No, that's one of the advantages of like having home office. You can do a multitask, or you can have like different activities at the same time. Yeah, you know.
Yep, that's true. I
All right.
agree.
Excellent. Okay, so I am going to start to share the. So I think that there was a homework, right?
Actually, I was not sure, but I did two homeworks, but I was not sure. But yeah,
Okay, which one did you do? Did you did?
the skill 10 and the 21.
Okay, 2021. All right, good. Okay, so may verbs agree after prepositional phrases. All right, do you understand the topic?
Yep.
Oh, all right, good, excellent. Okay, so subject agreement with prepositional phrases. When a prepositional phrase comes between the subject and the verb, be sure that the verbs agree with the subject. Okay, so we have talked about this a little bit, but just remember, the prepositional phrase is not the subject of the sentence, it's just the object of the preposition, all right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good, excellent. So let's do the exercise 20, please.
Yep, I did that one.
All right,
Mhm.
good, excellent. So, well, I'm going to explain number one and number two, and then you'll continue, okay?
Okay.
So each of the following sentence has one or more prepositional phrases between the subject and the verb. Circle the prepositional phrases, underline the subject once and the verb twice, and then indicate the sentence is correct or incorrect. So, for example, in this first one, the climbers, oh my gosh, oh, it's white. Okay, so the climbers is the
Yep.
subject and need is the verb. Climbers is plural, need is plural. So there is no mistake here, and we have two prepositional phrases, that is on, face, and of mountain. All right, so that's why it's correct. Number two, I have the interrogation conducted by three police officers have lasted for several hours. So we have here one prepositional phrase that is by three police officers, and also we have here for several hours, but it's after the verb, so that's why in the book is not circled, right? So we have here the interrogation that is singular, and we have here have lasted, that is plural, so that's why it's incorrect. It has to be has lasted, right?
Yes.
All right, good, excellent. So it's your turn.
Mm-hmm. Okay, the number three is also incorrect
Hmm?
because we have the subject that is the tenants and
Mm-hmm.
it's in plural, and then we have a prepositional phrase that is in the apartment next to mine, and then we have the action that is it's giving. And so if we are talking about plural, we need to use are giving.
All right,
Yeah.
good. So the verb is given, so it's incorrect. That's right. It's are. Very good. Number four.
The number four is correct. We have the
Very good.
president, that is the subject. Then we have an appositive, that is running by Secret Service agents. And we have is trying, that is the action, to make his way to the podium. So it's correct.
Very good. So one prepositional phrase between these, that is by Secret
Mhm.
Service agents. And also
And
we
to the
have
podium.
to the podium. That's right. Okay,
Yep.
good. Let's go with number five.
Okay, the number five, it's also correct. We have the buildings is the subject. Are being rebuilt, right? Built,
Rebuild, rebuild.
rebuilt. Are being rebuilt is the action, and
Okay.
the prepositional phrase is at the taxpayer's expense
Okay. And also there is another one.
during the fire.
That's right. Very good.
So it's
So what
correct.
is this one? Destroyed.
It's the adjective about the buildings.
All right. So that means that is.
The
So it's a reduced clause,
you a reduced clause, really?
which
Which oh
which is
yes, that's right.
all
It
right. So
is
it
which is or which are right.
yes, which are yes. Sorry. Thank you.
Yep. Uh-huh. Which
Which
are
are and is reduced, right?
oh yep.
Adjective clause is reduced. Okay, no problem. La la. Okay, good. Excellent. Number 6.
The number six is incorrect.
Good.
The subject is the board,
Mm-hmm.
and the action is have cold. But if we are talking about the board, it's singular, so we need to use has cold. An
That's
emergency,
right.
an emergency meeting. And the prepositional phrase we have of directors, and we have the first one, right? Because or no?
Yes,
Because
because of.
mm,
Because of.
because
That's
of
right.
the series of the company. One more time. Yep.
Of the company's financial problems. Another one.
And of
Of
directors.
directors. Another one. Okay, very good. Excellent. Number 7.
The number seven is incorrect. And we are talking about the wait a second. I know, yes. The manufacture is the subject.
Yes.
Of the items is the prepositional phrase.
Yes.
That is a connector.
Yes.
Use subject, request the action.
Very
Mhm.
good.
And then we have been discontinued. Uh-huh.
Discontinued. Yes.
Discontinued. Is the action.
Of the
But
main verb, right? Of the main subject.
yep, but it's incorrect because it need to be has instead of had.
Yes. Has been. Very good.
hmm
Excellent.
And also because of lack, it's a different prepositional phrase and of profit on those items.
Another prepositional phrase. That's right. Another two prepositional phrase. That's right.
Yep.
Questions so far?
And no, not really.
This was kind of easy.
Yep.
Excellent. Very good. Okay, let's
Yep.
go with number 8.
The number eight. Okay. Wait a second. What? And I forgot my notes here, but okay, let me check. Here we have the further development is the subject,
Okay.
and we have has to be, and that is the action. And so that's why it's correct. And we have
Okay.
prepositional phrases of any new ideas for future products is also a prepositional phrase, and that's it.
That's all. All
In
right.
advance.
Another prepositional phrase, right?
Yep.
It's to be approved. All right. Very good. So it's correct. Good. Excellent. Let's go with number 9.
The number nine is incorrect, and the subject is the schedule, and the action is are going.
So what is the subject? Sorry.
The schedule,
It's an
schedule.
adjective.
It's an adjective.
Is the scheduled departure
Departure
time.
time. Okay, great. Phew, interesting.
A schedule without the D, yes, it's a noun, but with the D, it's an adjective.
Oh, really interesting. I didn't know that.
Schedule is horario, scheduled,
Mm-hmm.
programado.
Oh, okay, great. Adjective. Subject. Okay, great. And the action is are going, and it's incorrect because it's in singular, so we need to use is. Is going to be updated.
Okay, so the action is are going to be
Mm.
updated. This is the action. All right, so number 1 is, it should be is. Very good, excellent.
And
So
the
tell me
prepositional
more. Tell me
phrases
exactly,
of
prepositional
the
phrase.
trains,
Very
it's
good.
one. On panels. I'm lost.
Okay, okay, so on
On
panels,
panels
that's right.
throughout
Throughout the terminal
terminal
buildings,
buildings.
another one. So what is posted?
But that's an appositive, right?
Yes, it's an apostrophe. That's right.
Okay, but maybe it's something reduced.
That's right. Very
Yeah,
good. It's
which
reduced.
is which is post.
Which are, because we are talking about the trains. Remember, prepositional. Sorry, adjective
Yep.
clause. It goes after the noun that is describing. So we are describing the
Yep, yep.
trains
So yes,
of
which
the
are
trains, which are maybe no, right? Maybe it's just an appositive. What do you think?
posted of function
Posted
terminal.
products are going to. Yes, it's an appositive, but I don't know if it's a reduced clause. So I don't know if it's an adjective clause. Why? Because posted is referring to the departure time and not about the trains. So I think that is just an appositive, not a reduced clause.
Okay,
Right? What do you think?
maybe.
Just because
Or
let's say that we put like the clause complete, complete clause, which is no, which are. So let's say the schedule, departure time of the trains, which are posted on panels throughout the terminal buildings, are going to be updated. So remember, sorry, an adjective clause, it has to be after a noun that is describing, in this example, the trains. But this one is not talking about the trains; it's talking about the time. So it has
mhm.
to be which is right. Um, yes, I think that is not a reduced. It's just an appositive, starting with an adjective, like you said.
Okay.
All right,
Okay.
very good, excellent. And the last one.
And then number 10 is the subject any houses, and the action is have to be upgraded. So that's why it's correct.
Okay, so it's correct because it agrees, plural, plural, right?
Mm-hmm. And the
Okay.
prepositional phrase is, wait a second, wait a second. Okay, the that is, no, it's a connector? No, in
No,
that. No, because we have in, right?
yes.
Mm.
In
So that's
that,
a,
there is a connector that its name is in that. So yes, there is a connector that you can use that is in that. But in this case, in is the preposition, and that development is the object of that preposition. So it's not a connector; it's a preposition. There is
okay,
another preposition that
before,
is before, okay,
to meet
and to
current
meet current
standards.
standards. That's right, okay. And also, I think that in this case, we have a reduced clause in this one. Why? Because we are talking about the houses, right? So, which are built. Oh, no, it is past, right? So, which were built in that development before 1970 have to be upgraded to meet current standards, okay? Uh, Uh-huh. All right, but well, I don't know. Maybe if we have this one, we would have to put commas. So let's put it like just like this, built in that development before 1970. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, good, excellent. So let's go with skill number 21. You say that you did it.
Yes, because it was on the same page, so I was confused and I was like, okay, so I need to do it
Okay,
or
so
no, so I
you
did
understand it?
it. Yep, actually, yes.
All right, so make agreement after preposition of quantity. All right, so what are these expression of quantity? All, must, or some, followed by the preposition of, right? In this situation, the subject all, most, or some can be singular or plural depending on what follows the preposition of. So we have here of, all, sorry, all is the subject of the book is a prepositional phrase, but this subject is going to be singular or plural depending on the prepositional phrase. In this case that we are talking about just one book is going to be singular, right? And in this one, that we have a prepositional phrase that is plural, it's going to be plural, right? This all. So I am going to make that point. So this all is singular in this first example. This all is plural in this second exercise. Why? Because it depends on the prepositional phrase that follows, okay?
Hmm.
All right, good. And in this one, all of the information was interesting. Well, information it's kind of singular, right? So information, just one information is uncountable. So that would say that would mean that we are going to consider it as a singular noun. Okay.
Hmm.
All right, good. So that's it. All right, so the short, okay, subject verb agreement after expression of quantity, almost some of the object verb. So when expression of quantity is the subject, the verbs agree with the object of the preposition. With this one, no, well, this one they don't have like a quantity. All right, so it depends on the object that is in the prepositional phrase. So be careful about that. Okay.
Yes.
Very good. So let's go with exercise 21. Each of the following sentences has a quantity of expression as the subject. Underline the subject once and the verb twice. Circle this, the object that the verbs agree with. Then indicate the sentences are correct or incorrect. All right, so let's go. I'm going to start with number one. The witnesses saw that most of the fire in the hills was extinguished. All right, so I am going to identify my subject and my verb. So witnesses, plural. So is the verb of that subject. Then I have that is a connector. So that means that I have a clause that is that most of the fires in the hill was extinguished. So this one, okay? And is the object of the verb so, all right? Because it's a noun clause, okay? All
Mm-hmm.
right, very good. So here I have my subject that is must. Must is an expression of quantity, so it's going to depend on on the object of the preposition that follows, that in this case is fire, so it's singular, right? So then I have a prepositional phrase that is in the hills, but this one is you're not going to consider this one as the how do you say, as the quantity of the subject must, all right, is fire. So that's why we are going to have was, because it's singular, was extinguished, so that's why it's correct, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, some of the animals from the zoo was released into the animal preserve. Okay, so we are going to have here some is an expression of quantity, so it's going to depend on the next object of the preposition, that is animals. So then I have another prepositional phrase that is from the zoo. Oh my gosh, from the zoo. Sorry, give me 1 second. Okay, so from the zoo, prepositional phrase. Then I have to have a verb. So yes, the verb, the main verb, and then into another prepositional phrase, into the animal preserve, okay. So this is singular, animals is plural, that's why it's incorrect, it has to be were released,
Yes.
right. Let's, so
Mm-hmm.
your turn, number three.
Yep. Okay, let me check. I need to write here or no?
If you want, if you like, yes.
Okay, that's great. Okay, so the number three we have, let me check. My notes, that's right. Yes, we have all of the students. We are
Very
talking
good.
about the students, it's in plural. In the class, is a prepositional phrase. Here is the action. Thought. Ay,
Are you sure?
no. No, that's right, no.
All right, it's a reduced class, okay, so we are talking more about the class in this one,
That's right. So,
but it's not the main verb, it's not the main verb.
it's here the main verb is required.
Yes, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
Very good.
During the determined part. So that's why it's also incorrect because the verb should be are
Excellent.
required.
Very good.
And we have
Incorrect.
also here a different prepositional phrase. It's required to turn. It's a different one, or is from
Infinitive,
the.
just
Uh-huh.
infinitive.
Okay, so this one, yes, in their terms,
Papers,
papers next Monday.
next month. That's right. Next Monday, another prepositional phrase. That's
Okay,
right.
nice.
Very good. Okay, so it's incorrect because it has to be are required. All the students are required. Okay.
Yep.
Very good. Excellent. So let's go with number four.
Okay, the number four, we have all of the food. It's in singular, that's right. Then we have that. It's a connector. That
Good.
subject one more time. Action are serving to the guest. Are is still. Are is the action
Mm-hmm.
in the refrigerator. Okay, but yes. Here a different prepositional phrase. Yep.
So
So that's
it.
why it's incorrect because we need to say is.
Yes, excellent.
Yep.
So the clause starts here that we are serving to the guest. Okay, so what kind of clause it is? Adverbial, adjective, or noun?
We are talking about the food, right? So it's an adjective.
Very
Yes.
good. Excellent. All right.
Then number five, we have we, that is the subject. Believe the action. That is a connector some of the time for the employee. I'm lost. Connector, yes.
Yes, connector.
Your where is it? Your yes, that's right. Yes, some of the time is the subject of this
Close?
clause. That's right. This sentence,
Yes.
yes, clause. Uh-huh.
Yes.
And
Very good.
here is going. hmm is the action.
Very
We have
good.
control, and so that's why it's incorrect.
Oh my
Or
gosh, you
no,
were
wait a
doing so
second. No,
good.
no, wait a second.
You were
Here, here.
doing so good. Okay, think again.
With subject, believe verb. That is
Yes,
a connector.
yes.
The
So tell
subject.
me where the class starts in that,
From
right?
that,
And where
hmm
it finished.
employees. Sometimes the employees, right? Yes.
Oh, it's whole.
Everything, really?
Everything.
Okay.
Okay, so this is the dependent clause, okay? So you
hmm
said this is the subject, right? It's singular. Okay, so is singular. Very good. So the verb is singular. Okay,
it's going right. Yes,
so that's why
it's correct.
that's right. Excellent.
Yes.
Correct. Okay. So imagine that instead of the clause we say we believe it. We believe it that it's the object of the action, right?
mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's say what kind of clause it is. Adverb, adjective, noun. We have that. Okay.
Yeah, belief is an action. So,
Yes, exactly. Believe is an action. So it's after the action. What is that? A
adverb.
noun. A
Oh my
noun
god.
clause is the object of the action. Remember, noun clauses can be the subject of the action, the object of the action, of the object of the preposition, right?
Okay.
So in this case, we are not describing anything, right? It's not an
Mm-hmm.
adjective. It's a noun. Very good.
Okay.
Excellent. Let's go with number 6, please.
Great. Okay, the number 6 we have here all of the witnesses in the jury trial is a prepositional phrase which is a connector, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. That's more than 2 weeks. Yeah, it's in a positive also, right? We have the comma.
Yes, 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 yes. Very
So we
good.
have
Which
indicated one more time a connector. Subject verb, a different connector. The defendant was guilty. So it's correct.
number 6 is correct. Very good. So in this case, we have this clause that is in red, and this verb is about the witnesses. That's why it's plural, plural, right? But this one, this clause, what kind of clause is?
Trial. Trial is a noun, right?
Yes, yes. Juicio.
Right, okay. So it's that adjective
Adjective.
class.
Very good. Excellent.
Yes.
Very good. Excellent. Adjective. Okay.
Yep.
That's it. Okay, so let's go with number 7.
Okay, then number 7 I have here that it's incorrect. Let's check. She, the subject, didn't know the action. Where is a connector? Most of the people. Here is the subject one more time. In the room is a prepositional, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes,
And was is the action. So it's incorrect because people is plural and
very
here we
good.
have was. Should be
Excellent.
should
Very
be
good.
were.
Where? Yes, very good. Excellent. You got it. You understand it though.
Okay. And then number 8 we have here in spite of that's a preposition, right?
Yes, that's a preposition.
Okay, here we have the wait a second.
Connect.
Is not connector subject, right? Because here we have the action we decided. At the
Yes,
meeting is
very good.
prepositional phrase. All of the procedures. Here we have the subject, and here we have the verb was not changed.
Mhm.
So it's incorrect because procedures is in plural and the action is in singular. So yep.
Very good. So we have here a clause that starts in what at the meeting. Tell me. So it starts in what? Okay, so tell me what kind of clause it is. Is it, you said it, in spite of it's a preposition, right? And I said, yes,
The prepositional clause, no.
it's a noun clause because it's the object of the preposition in spite of, right?
Okay, a noun clause.
Remember, noun clause can be subjects of the action, verbs of the action, sorry, objects of the action, subject of the action, object of the action, and object of preposition. In this
Object of
case, it's object
preposition.
of preposition, right?
Yep.
Very good.
Okay.
9.
And the number 9, I have that. The number 9 is correct here. And I have that I is the subject. Ay, what is the action? What is the action? What should
Yes.
that? That is a connector. All of the questions is the subject. On the test is the prepositional phrase. And where correct? Where is the action? So
Yes.
I'm going to say that it's correct. So we have
Very
plural, plural.
good. Yes, very good. So it's correct. Okay, tell me. Okay, tell me what kind of clause we have here. It starts on that and finish.
And
That only
test.
questions were correct. Okay.
Yep. I was sure. Sure is an adjective.
Yeah, sure is an adjective. So what do you think? An adverb,
So,
right? It's an adverb clause.
why an adverb? Because describes the adjective? No.
No, no, no. Well, yes. Remember, adverbs can describe adjectives, adverbs, and verbs. Yes, you're right. But also because it's not an adjective clause, and also it's not a noun clause. So the only one is an adverb, right? And also that is an adverb connector of manner, right?
Okay.
Manera. Okay. So this is the way. This is the manner. Esta es la manera that I was sure. Okay.
Okay.
That's right. Very good.
And the number 10, the last one, we have most of the trouble is the subject. That is a connector. The employees is the subject of this. Discussed is the action. The series
Of the
is
class. That's right. Very
a
good.
prepositional phrase of meeting. Prepositional phrase. What is the action?
The main action, right?
Uh-huh, that's right. So we are talking about the most of the trouble. So it's singular and the action is singular also, so it's correct.
Excellent. Very good. So
And
questions.
then
Tell me
clouds.
yes, the class, the class. Thank
We
you.
are talking about the trouble. It's a noun cloud? No.
No, because we are describing the trouble, right?
Is that an adjective? No, right?
Yes, it's an adjective. That's right. Very good.
Really?
Because we are describing the troubles, the
Okay.
problema, the trouble that the employees discussed at the series of meetings. So this is a description of the
Okay.
trouble, right?
That's right.
Okay, it's kind of hard to identify it. Yes, I know it,
Yep.
but you have to. You have to when you are teaching, right? When you're teaching, you have to identify this kind of stuff.
Yep.
Not ignore in the exam, but just when you teach.
Okay.
All right, good. So let's go with skill number 22nd, 22.
Mhm.
So make inverted verbs agree. Okay, so here is a review about the skill 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, the inversions. Okay, so tell me again, the skill 15.
All the
Yeah,
names?
well, just the inversion. Well, it's just inversion. Tell me the inversions. The first one that we
Okay.
see was
Radio.
WH word.
In questions, right?
Yes, questions. That's right. Very good. The skill 16.
Negative? No.
Place expressions.
Okay, place. And the 17 is negatives?
Yes, negative expressions. 18.
Conjunctures?
Conditionals.
Conditions, yes, with the if.
And
And
then
conjunction?
19.
Conjunctions.
Comparisons.
What?
Comparisons.
Oh my god.
Remember?
Yes.
All right, good. Excellent. Excellent, excellent. So this one we have here behind the house, that is place expression behind the houses. And then we have was the bicycles I wanted, were the bicycle I wanted. In the first example, it's easy to think that house is the subject because it comes directly in front of the verb was. House is not the subject. However, because it is the object of the preposition behind, the subject of the sentence is bicycles. And the subject bicycles comes after the verb because of the place expression behind the house, right? So because of the subject bicycles is plural, the verb should be changed to the plural were. In the second example, the subject bicycle comes after the verb where because of the place expression behind the houses. Because the subject bicycle is singular, the verb should be changed to the singular was. Okay, so these both are incorrect. Okay, so just be careful that if we start with place expression, this is not the subject. The subject is this one, right? And also remember, another very important thing about place expression is that they have to be necessary, okay? They have to be necessary, okay? Remember that rule or that note about the place expressions?
But I'm lost.
Okay, about what?
Okay, about this one. For example, we have behind the house. So the correct one should be where?
Yes, in the first one, yes. So both are incorrect. Both are incorrect. In the first one should be were, and in the second should be was.
Okay.
Because the subject is this one: bicycle plural, bicycles plural, bicycle singular.
But
Okay,
it's inverted, right?
it's inverted because remember when we start with a place expression.
Yep. Okay, I got it. Maybe.
Yes, and remember the place expression has to be necessary in order to invert. Remember that?
Yep.
They have to be necessary to have the meaning. So imagine that you go meet the other clause. The other clause is I wanted. Um, it's a noun clause. Let's start with that I wanted. But we are not going to write that because remember in English, this is another very important note that as connector is is not is not very used. Oh my gosh, it's not very used in speaking English. Okay, spoken in
Spoken.
spoken English. So you are not going to hear so much the, the that, okay? But is there grammatically is there, okay?
Okay.
All right, so this one, the complete one would be behind the house were the bicycles that I
Uh-huh.
wanted. Okay, so we are going to omit that I wanted because it's a clause, it's a dependent clause. And remember, you're going to invert when you have this one, but it's necessary. When you have this one at the beginning, but it's necessary. So imagine this one if you don't have it. So we have meaning with that. The bicycles was or the bicycles were.
Mhm.
No, we don't have meaning, right? So it's necessary to complete the meaning. The bicycles were behind the house, right? So that's why it's necessary. And that's why we are going to invert.
Okay.
All right, excellent. So the short subject verb agreement after inverted verbs, question, negative place, condition, comparison.
Oh
Ah,
my
yes,
god.
we have here the summary, question, negative place, condition, comparisons, okay? Very good. Okay, after question words, negative expression, place expression, conditions without if, and comparisons, the verbs agree with the subject which may be after the verb. Questions about this?
I think no. Not for now.
All right, good. So let's go to do the exercise 22nd. All right, each of the following sentence contains an inverted subject verb. Circle the word, a group of words that causes the subject and verb to invert. So find the subject and verb that follows these words. Underline the subject once and the verb twice. Then indicate the sentence are correct or incorrect. Okay, so let's start with number one. Only once is a negative expression, sorry. Yes, right. This morning were the letters that delivered by the
Mhm.
campus mail helpers. Okay, so I am going to identify my subject. Um, oh my gosh. Okay. Okay, I don't know. This is kind of strange. Why? Okay, so where is the verb? Okay, I have it here, and the letters is the subject, right? And delivered. Ah, okay.
It's an adjective, no?
Only only once. Mm, delivered is the action. Well, here where delivered. Ah, okay, it's inverted. Okay, this is the inversion, right? So the letters were inverted. So this is the like the normal order. The letters were
Were delivered.
delivered. Okay, it's passive. But the thing that I don't know is this morning, only once this morning, is because this negative expression has once, give me one second. Once and once, no. So only once, give me one second, only once. It's kind of a, let's say that it's kind of a preposition, right? So only once is like the preposition and the object of the preposition is this morning, okay? So that's why we are going to invert here, okay? All right, good. So that's why it's correct. All right, so next, number two, around the corner and to the right, this is all the preposition and phrase of place expression is the rooms, right is the rooms that have been assigned to that program. So here we have another connector and it's an adjective clause because we have here have been assigned that is describing the rooms. But the problem with this one is that because we are starting with a place expression that is necessary, we are going to invert. It's inverted, but the subject is rooms, that is plural, so it has to be are, okay?
Oh, yes.
All right, so let's continue with number three, please.
Okay, let's try. Mm, okay, okay, it's a question, and we can invert in questions. What?
Isaac, could you give me 1 second? I am going to make a call
Yep.
very quickly.
Yes. Don't worry.
All right, so let's continue it. Number
Yep.
3.
Okay, actually, I was checking the number three and I said that it's correct because
Hmm?
it's a question and we invert. First, we
Uh-huh.
have the auxiliary that is, and then the subject that is the children, and the complete action is trying.
Yes, but
So,
it's incorrect
why?
because children is plural.
Oh my God, that's right. No. Yep, you are sure.
So it's are the children, okay? Are.
Yes. Oh,
Good.
yep. So it's incorrect.
Incorrect. Good. So let's go with number 4.
I was checking number four, and we have John, that is the subject. Will be studying is the action. The chapters is the object of the studying, right?
Uh-huh.
Then we have where, that is the action, and here we have the subject. Where able is the complete action, right? Mm-hmm. Or
Okay.
is an adjective?
Okay.
No.
Okay. An inverted. Okay, so we
Get
have here an
hold
inversion,
of
right? That is where and he.
he. Mm-hmm.
All right.
But could be incorrect because we are talking about John, or no? Oh, that is for the chapters.
Well, so identify the clauses, okay? Identify the clauses. So where John starts the clause and where he going to finish?
The
Here,
chapters.
chapters, all right. So the second clause is here. Where he able to get hold
He,
of the books. This is the second clause. So we're not talking in the second clause about the chapters,
oh,
okay?
he.
So here, what happens or what is happening?
We need to say it was. He was able
Mm,
to get hold to get
mm,
hold of the books. To
remember,
get
okay,
hold.
so remember that we are going to invert if we have a conditional. So if is the
Mhm.
connector, he is the subject, and where is the auxiliary. Remember that this can happen in the second conditional, okay, because it's a hypothetical situation. Okay, and also remember that you are just going to invert if you have were, should, and had. Remember that in
Yep,
conditional.
that's right.
So this is the complete or the normal order of the clause of the book. So if he were able to get hold of the book, okay, so this is the complete one. And if we are going to invert, we are going to omit the if, and we are going to change the word before the subject, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that's why is correct.
Oh, yep.
So what is the meaning? I think that this is the problem with that, okay?
Yep.
You have would, remember second conditional would in the result, and past simple and were in the condition,
Mm-hmm.
and subjunctive in Spanish. This one is the subjunctive. Era, ara, ese, esa.
Yep.
What it would say in Spanish.
Yo no habría estudiado los
John
capítulos.
habría, John estaría.
Okay.
Aquí, normal, aquí es hipotético. John estaría estudiando los capítulos si
Él hubiera.
él fuera
Él fuera.
capaz,
Ay, es.
si él fuera, pues era, ara,
Hold off. No sé qué es. What's the meaning of hold off? ¿De sostener los libros? No. No, not sure.
que si él fuera capaz de to get hold. Vamos a ver qué es get hold. I think it's a phrasal verb, but I'm not sure because hold is not a preposition, right?
Mhm.
Get hold. Okay. Give me 1 second to know. Hold. Okay, apoderarse. Si se
Okay.
apoderara del libro. ¿Ok? O sea, si obtuviera el libro, si se apoderara del libro. Entonces, John estaría estudiando los capítulos si él fuera capaz de apoderarse del libro. Si él fuera capaz, fuera, ahora era, subjuntivo con el were. Es hipotético porque no puede pasar, ¿ok? All right, good, excellent. So let's go with number five, please.
Okay, the number five, we have this chapter has the action. The action has many more exercises than it's a connector. Do the next one.
Uh-huh, very good.
So it's correct, right?
Number five is correct. Give me 1 second. No,
Mm.
it's incorrect.
Wait a second, don't tell me why.
No, no, I'm not going to tell you
This
for sure. You're
chapter,
going to.
this chapter has many more exercises
Okay, I think that you're
than.
going to notice. If you don't notice, I am going to give you one clue. If you don't notice, say, hey, I need one clue.
This chapter has many more exercises than. Maybe it's the action do, instead we
Yes.
need to say does.
Excellent, very good. One is singular and do is plural. Okay,
Yes.
so it's inverted, so it has to be does, right? It's inverted because it's after a comparison.
Yep.
Remember, we are going to invert after comparison, but this is optional. We can have three options in comparisons, right?
Ah, that's right. Yes. Okay.
All right, good,
The
excellent.
next one is a complete subject, right? The next one
The
and the
first one
action.
is just the subject. So it would be this chapter has many
Yep.
more exercise than the next one. This is the
Uh huh.
first one.
Yep. I
The
mean,
sec-
in the second part, in the then,
uh-huh.
it's a comparative, right?
It's a comparison. That's right. It's a
Oh my
comparative.
god. Yes.
So it starts here, has many more. Okay, so it starts
More.
here, more or many more exercise than. This is the comparative.
Yep. That's right.
Okay. So the
Yes.
second one is this one. First the verb do, the next one does. Sorry, does. The next one, then the next one is the second one, and the third
Yep.
one is the next one does.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, but it's optional. It's optional.
Yes.
You can write three of them. So number six.
Okay, we're talking about the computer programmer. That's the subject. Was what is the action? Yes. Anyway, that is a connector. There could be the subject. What is the action?
Now remember, there is a yes, it's a place expression. So you're going to invert
Okay.
in the clause, within the clause, or inside the clause. Okay. So this is the clause, right? All this one.
Everything?
Okay. Yes, and also we have another clause in
Uh-huh.
this.
Because we had he had written.
Exactly. But in this one, we are not going to write, but it's here that. Okay, another that.
Okay. Yep. Okay, so if we have a place expression here, but it's in the middle. Wait a second.
It's after the clause. It doesn't matter. Remember, it's starting the clause. So this is just the connector, and here starts the clause. Here starts the
Okay.
clause. So that's why it's inverted. There is just a place expression. Is not the subject of the clause. Okay. So there is just a place expression and it's inverted. Tell me, what is the subject of this clause?
That?
No, because we no, it's inverted. It cannot be before that because it's inverted. It's after. It's after the verb. So the inversion is instead of subject verb, is going to be verb subject. Verb
Uh-huh.
subject.
So when
What
it's
is
say
the
was
verb?
there, there is
No,
the
no, no.
subject.
There, remember, there is not the subject. There is a place expression.
Many
This one,
mistakes.
excellent. Mistakes is the subject. Okay.
Ooh.
Is the inversion is between was and mistakes. Okay. Why is inverted? Because we start with there is a place expression.
Oh my
Okay.
god, yes.
You understand? Okay.
But a lot of information in one clause.
Yes.
That there action. Okay. And the sum, it doesn't matter, right?
So it's just an intensifier. No, it doesn't matter.
Okay, great. Okay, yep, maybe yes.
So is
Uh, Correct.
Incorrect. Very good.
Oh, why?
Ah, you say correct? It's
Yes.
incorrect. Okay,
Why?
because of this, the one that we talked. Okay, mistakes, what kind of noun is? Singular or plural?
Ah, it's plural.
And was is
Singular. Yes. Oh my
singular.
God, I forgot. Yes.
Okay, so let's repeat again. Just review. Remember, when you start with a place expression, it
Yes.
doesn't matter if it's at the beginning of the sentence or after a connector, but it's at the beginning of the clause. Okay, so
Yes. Yes.
when you start a clause with a place expression, there, here, etc., you are going to invert. So
Mm-hmm.
first the verb and then the subject.
Oh, yep.
All right.
Yes.
Good.
And the next one we have a negative expression. It's seldom.
This.
In the history, I don't care. Of television, I don't care. Here we have the action has. And two new comedies is the subject.
And being is
Okay,
the other
being
part
is
of the verb. Yes, very good.
it's only
Excellent.
new one season. Okay, I don't care this part. Yep, but yes. So I'm going to say that it's correct.
Okay, again, check it
No,
again.
wait a second. Wait a second. No, it's incorrect because we have two new comedies. Oh my god. So it needs to be
Yes,
half.
excellent. Very
Yeah.
good, Asa. Very good. Okay, very
I
good. So,
forgot to check the verbs, the tenses.
okay.
Yes.
Remember, singular, plural. Okay,
Yes.
have plural, have singular. All right, let's
Um,
go with number 8.
the number eight is a question, and here we have the question: How many huge mistakes? Huge is an adjective. Mistakes, so it's the subject.
It's all the question because
How many
how
huge?
many, yes, how many huge mistakes?
Oh
Huge
my god.
mistakes. All this one is the WH question.
Okay. How much time? For example, how many brothers? Right? Yep.
Exactly, like that
Okay.
one.
So here we have the action and the teacher.
Excellent.
Actually found in the research paper. I don't care, but yes. So I'm going to say that it's incorrect because no, wait a second, I'm not sure.
Yes, you have. Yes, you are where you were going to say something that it was
Because
right.
it needs to be has,
Yes, has is
but
the verb of teacher. Just one teacher.
but it's a question, right? Oh my god, yes. Okay,
It's
we're not
inverted.
using does and do, right? So that's why we're using the third person in this case.
It's inverted because it's a question, right? So we start with the
Yeah.
auxiliary. It's WH question plus auxiliary plus subject.
Yep.
Yes?
So we need to put how many huge mistakes does
Has. Teacher
that.
has. So has instead of have. Has.
Maybe I'm confusing two topics. The one that I need to put the auxiliary.
Well, in questions, and also an
Mhm.
inversion, you have to put the auxiliary of the tense. Okay, and this one is the auxiliary of the tense because here we
It's
have past
found.
participle.
Yep, I was thinking in present.
Yes, it's not present, it's past participle.
That's
And
right.
also
Yes.
remember, have, has, well, these verbs are either auxiliary verbs and also normal verbs. So we are going to invert these two, but in this case, it's present perfect. Okay, so the auxiliary is have, has. And we are going to choose has because teacher is singular. And it's inverted because it's a WH question. It's a question, all right? All
Yes.
right, good, excellent. So let's go with number 9,
Mhm.
9, 10.
The number nine, we have the new phone system. Is the subject. Is able. Yep. Okay. The action. To how far message is done. We have here a connector.
I was,
What?
I was, check
I
out,
know it's a
check out.
comparative.
It's a comparative, yes, very good.
Dan, that's right. Yes, comparative. What is the action? The phone system is the subject. That one more time. A connect. This one is a connector, right?
Yes.
Hat is the action. Action. Yum, yum. Okay, it's here, right? In this part. The comparative, and we have first the action, then
Yes,
the
yes,
subject. So I'm
yes.
going to say that it's correct.
Very good.
Yeah. But
Excellent.
I was lost in this part. We have
Connector,
a connector, and
and
we
it's
have
an
the
adjective.
action.
Yes, yes, exactly.
Well, we don't
It's
need the
subject
subject.
connector. Subject connector is a
Oh, that's
subject
right.
connector.
Yes.
It's an
Okay.
adjective clause subject connector, right? That is
Yes.
subject also.
Okay, great.
All right. Now
Yep.
that you're seeing a lot of topics, like, oh my gosh, what is this?
Yes. I'm trying to check every word. Yes.
No, but that's nice. I think that when well, in my opinion and as a personal experience, I haven't thought about like every single word in a sentence until this kind of like topics, when you have to check every single word.
Yep.
All right, very good. So let's go with number 10.
Okay, we start with a place in the parking lot
Mm-hmm.
side of the stadium.
Yes, very good.
Yep. Okay, here we have the action. Oh my god, it's plural in here, singular. Okay. And here we have that. We're about to be
Tout.
tout. I don't know what is tout, but okay.
Remolcados.
Okay, great. So I'm going to say that it's incorrect because
Very
here
good.
we need to say where the cars.
Exact. Exact. And this is an adjective clause that is describing the cars and is subject connector, right?
Yep.
That. All right. Very good. Excellent. And it's necessary because if you omit it, it doesn't have any sense,
Mm-hmm.
right?
The cars
Okay,
are-
good. Excellent. All right. So let's go with number skill 23, and you're going to have it as a homework, right?
Mhm.
So
Okay,
make
okay.
verbs agree after certain words. Certain words in English are always grammatically singular, even though they might have plural meanings. This is about the indefinite pronouns, right? So remember, indefinite pronouns like everybody, anybody, nobody, no one, nothing, somebody, someone, something, and all these indefinite pronouns, grammatically, they are going to be what? Singular.
Singular.
Yes, singular. They are going to be singular. Okay.
Okay, good to know that.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the following chart, this is the important thing. The following chart lists that the grammatical singular words, so grammatically singular words that have plural meanings, but grammatically you are going to put the verbs according to the singular. Okay, it doesn't matter
Mm-hmm.
that they have plural meanings. Okay, so it could sound like a lot of people, but grammatically it's just one. Okay, all right, very good.
Okay.
Okay, excellent. So it's the indefinite pronouns. Okay, anybody, anyone, anything, etc., every, no, and some.
Mm-hmm.
And this one, these two, each plus noun and every plus noun. Okay, singular, singular.
Okay.
All right, question.
No.
All right, so let's go with exercise 23. Each of the following sentences contains one of the words that are grammatical singular but have plural meanings. Underline these words once and underline the verb twice, then indicate the sentences are correct or incorrect. Number one, it is impossible to believe that somebody actually admired that man. Okay, so it's incorrect. Why? I am going to define my subject and my verse. Is correct. It's impossible to believe that is a connector. So this is a connector. I am going to have here my subject that is somebody is singular. Actually, admire is plural, so that's why it's incorrect. I have to put it admires
Mm-hmm.
with S, that man. Okay. Number two, each of the doctors in the building needs to have a separate reception area. This one, it's correct. Why? Let's see. The subject is each and it's indefinite, so it's going to be singular. Doctors doesn't matter in this case. because it's not quantity. Remember, in
Mhm.
quantity, yes, this matters, but in definite, this doesn't matter. Okay, so
Okay.
it's singular. This is the verb that is needs, is singular, and to have separate reception area, well, it's that just a prepositional phrase with two. So let's say that is singular, singular. That's why it's correct. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Good. Excellent. So we are going to do this as homework, please, Asa.
Yep.
If you have another topic or question, let me know. And let's see. Let's continue next Wednesday. Yes. Well, do you have time on Wednesday? I think that you don't have classes, right?
On
Because
Wednesday.
it's May 5th. Well, they told us that like we are not going to have classes because of the calendar, the official calendar. So I don't know if you have classes.
To be honest, I'm not sure because on my school, no, they didn't mention any.
Anything. Okay, well, here, well, the thing is that uh, I think that, well, I don't know if it's a set calendar. I think that yes. So that's why we're not going to have classes. But if you agree, we are going to have class, okay? What do
Yep.
you think?
No,
Yes?
for me it's okay. Yes.
All right, very good. Excellent. So see you next Wednesday,
Okay.
please.
May I just check the page? It's skill
Yes,
23 is the page
252,
252. Okay. Yep. Thanks.
252 skill 23, all right?
Yep.
Okay, good. So
Okay.
see you next Wednesday. So have a really good day.
Okay. See you on Wednesday. Thank you so much. Bye bye.
Bye.